Hello amazing mamas and welcome to today's session. We're going to be doing a workout, so we're going to be bringing the different parts that we've been learning over the last few weeks and we're going to be bringing them together into a sequence of exercises that will go one after the other. And again, I want to really encourage you, take the time to go back and learn these exercises if you haven't yet. So the core breathing, how to engage your pelvic floor, and also the back retraction so that you're able to engage those muscles correctly. There's a sequence of exercises that you will be able to follow along with me, guided along the way. I want to really encourage you, let's go for quality rather than quantity. So it's for a period of time, so you'll be doing a minute for each exercise. If you find it's too long, don't worry, have a little rest and then see if you can go again. And then over the next few weeks, you'll be able to see the progress that your body's able to make, because the beautiful thing is, where there is progression, the body is challenged and then the body is strengthened. So that's what we're after. Firstly, getting the exercise correct, and then next thing you do after that is you add on the progression. So we never want to add more difficulty to an exercise before we're able to execute these exercises really well. So take your time, get to know them, and I would love to hear how you're going. So please subscribe, comment below, and make sure you got those notifications on, because each week there will be a new video with new information and keys on how to make your recovery the best it can possibly be. Because how many of us know that recovery from a C-section is better together, right? Have a great day, and I would love to hear how you get on today with today's workout. See you later.
Begin by lying on your back with your feet shoulder width apart, your shoulders are relaxed, and you want to make sure your rib cage is closed. It's not flared open. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your lower belly. Now as you begin to breathe in and out, I want you to focus on inhaling in through your nose, allowing your belly to rise, and exhale through your mouth, allowing your belly to lower. Now this is the breathing pattern. Anytime you inhale, your belly expands. Anytime you exhale, your belly should lower and your core should engage. So let's move on to the first exercise of core breath. Place each finger just inside your hip bones. Now I want you to become aware of your back. Do you have a large arch in your back? If you do, I want you to flatten your back down into the ground. Close your rib cage. And again, as we inhale, belly expands and rises. As we exhale, we're going to make a shh sound, which is going to help our core to engage, our transverse abdominis. So breathing in, and as you breathe out until you've got no more air left inside. Nice and steady inhaling, breathing out using a shh sound. That's it. Doing this at your own pace. Becoming aware of your breathing pattern. When you inhale, belly rises. As you exhale, your transverse abdominis, those deep core muscles, like a corset, engage and draw your belly button in towards your spine. Now on your next inhale, we're going to lift our bellies, allow it to rise, but we're then going to exhale with an added lift of our pelvic floor. Remembering, when we're exhaling, we're drawing belly button in towards your spine, engaging the transverse abdominis through the sh sound. And then we're going to add a pelvic floor lift at the same time. So as we exhale and engage our transverse abdominis, we're also lifting up our pelvic floor. Remembering it's like a hammock. So it begins at the back at your tailbone and moves all the way through like a hammock to the front at your pubic bone. You might want to imagine it like sucking up a blueberry through a straw, or moving up through a lift through level 1, 2 and 3. But each time you're drawing up, you're lifting your pelvic floor on every exhale. Continue to breathe. Inhale, tummy expands. Exhale, transverse abdominis engages. We're now going to move on to the pelvic tilt. This is great for freeing out the back, so we're just simply rocking our hips back and forth, pressing our back in towards the ground and arching our back. Press our back in, making sure our rib cage stays closed. Continue to roll the pelvis back and forth. If you want a more challenging exercise, you can always roll your pelvis towards you, flattening your back into the ground, and then holding, continuing to breathe normally, inhaling and exhaling, engaging that core. Again, rocking the pelvis away from you and then flattening the back, holding. You should feel that transverse abdominis engaging really well. Rocking it away and engage. Rock it away and again flatten that back. Keep going. Rock it away, flatten the back. If you want to continue with just that movement, really great for freeing up the back. You get quite sore. The next exercise is the mini bridge roll up. Press through your heels, lift your hips off the floor, keeping the core engaged. Initially, just lift it off halfway rather than the full distance. Listen to your body as you peel your glutes off the ground, core stays nice and firm. Your second option is a full bridge, doing the full extension so there's a straight line between your shoulders and your knees. Keep your ribs closed, not flared. Dropping back down again. Push through the heels, lifting up, squeezing the glutes like you've got a winning lotto ticket between your butt cheeks. Kind of gross, but it's inspiring. Remember, pressing through your heels, lifting up, breathing out. If you continue to use the shh sound, that will help you to keep that transverse abdominis really well engaged. Now the next exercise is brace and hold with breath. The difference between the core breath and this exercise is that you are keeping the engagement of your transverse the entire time. So go ahead, flatten your back in towards the ground. Engage your transverse abdominis, drawing belly button in towards your spine. Keep your rib cage closed. And continue to breathe. Now your breath will probably be more shallow than normal, and that's absolutely normal. But take time to really focus that you're keeping the connection the entire time while you breathe in and you breathe out. Now your second option is to move into tabletop, lifting each foot off the ground while keeping your connection. Ribs stay closed, transverse abdominis engaged the entire time, breathing in and breathing out. Now if you find that your back is lifting off the ground, then this is too challenging and return to feet flat on the ground. The next exercise we're going to move to is a brace with leg marches. Engage your transverse abdominis, ribs stay closed, and steadily, one at a time, lift your foot off the ground and then lower back down, breathing out as you lift and breathing in at the bottom. Breathe out as you lift and breathe in at the bottom, keeping your transverse abdominis engaged the entire time. Now to progress this exercise, simply reach your hands up towards the ceiling, keeping your shoulders down, ribcage closed, and continue to march the legs one by one, breathing out throughout the movement and breathing in as your feet lay flat on the ground. Connect once again before you move and lift one leg at a time. At any stage this feels too challenging, return your arms back to your side, lying on your side with your hips and knees on top of each other, elbow underneath your shoulder, and lifting through your waist and holding. This is a modified oblique side plank, working that waist, starting to build the strength back into it. So focusing on drawing in your transverse abdominis, breathing in and breathing out. To increase the challenge, just lift your hip up off the ground and hold. However, if this is too much, lower back down, hips on the ground. Knees and hips stacked on top of each other, elbows underneath your shoulder, lifting up through the shoulder girdle, lifting up through your waist, extending that arm up nice and tall. Remember, not letting it sag down. If you feel it relaxing, go down for a moment and then bring yourself back up again. Switching sides. Make your way back over. Remember, hips stacked on top, knees stacked on top of each other, elbow underneath your shoulder. Lifting up. Lifting tall, nice long neck, arm extended long, waist is drawing up. And remember, if you want to increase the challenge, simply lift your hips fully off the ground and hold. Again, if this is too much, lower back down again. Hips on the ground, but lifting up through that waist. You got this, girls. Keep going. Feel the burn. Pulling up through that waist, reaching the hand towards the ceiling, long neck, breathing in and out, nice and steady, where your transverse abdominis continues to engage. You've got this. Just a few more seconds, almost there. It's going to be worth it. Teaching those abdominals how to fire and strengthening that posture. Well done, girls. Great job. All right, let's change sides. Lining our hips up on top of each other and our knees, elbow underneath our shoulder, lifting up through the shoulder girdle, drawing the obliques up. Now it's really important that you don't allow your obliques to sag down, but you lift up nice and tall, and as you straighten and lower your arm, the rest of your body stays in that same position. So lifting up, the neck is nice and long. Lifting up, straightening that arm, squeezing the tricep, which is the back of your arm. It's tricky to get the tricep sometimes, especially because our biceps do a lot of the work throughout the day. So our triceps can get a really good burn in this workout. So keep pushing through, breathing out as you straighten, breathe in as you lower. Controlling as you come up and as you lower. Keeping that core engaged, that transverse abdominis firing. You got this. The burn is real, but it's good. Switching sides. Make your way back over. Remember, hips stacked on top, knees stacked on top of each other, elbow underneath your shoulder. Lifting up. Squeezing the tricep at the top and lowering down with control. Remember, you want to keep your transverse abdominis and those obliques firing and engaged. They get to have a bit of a workout. So you're working, this exercise is going to progress towards doing a modified side plank, where you're going to be able to lift the hips fully off and hold. So inch by inch, step by step, we're moving your body back towards a healed, restored and strong body, where it can have no limitations and do everything that you would desire it to do. But again, we've got to start at the beginning, building those foundations. So keep pressing up through, squeeze that tricep, embrace the burn, give yourself a bit of a smile, because you use less muscles when you are smiling than you do when you're frowning. So therefore, in a sense, it makes the exercise maybe a little bit easier. Just a thought. Keep on pushing. Feel that burn. You're done. Moving on to all fours, knees under hips, elbows under shoulders. You're going to round your back up like an angry cat and lower back down. Now, not all the way through to cow, but to neutral spine, because we don't want to undo all the work that we've been putting in to correcting your posture. So, arch the back up as high as you can, feeling the stretch up through those shoulders, up through the upper back, and then come back to neutral. Breathe in, trying not to sag all the way through. Breathe in and breathe out as you lift, 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 and breathe in as you come back down. Relax the belly button. Breathe out, draw belly button in towards your spine. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you curve all the way up. Breathe in as you lower. Breathing out, pressing through those hands up through the shoulders, through the back. And breathe in. Breathe out as you extend. And breathe in. You're doing great. Keep on working. You're almost there. Well done. This next exercise, I want you kneeling, hands out in front of you, thumbs up. Keep your shoulders down as you draw your shoulder blades back and squeeze, breathing out. Keep that rib cage closed as you draw those shoulder blades back, drawing your thumbs to the back wall. Inhale as you come forward again, keeping your shoulders down, keeping your ribcage closed. Draw back, thumbs back to the back wall. Be careful of your head position. You want to make sure you're in a neutral position, not pushing your head forward or pulling it far back. Keep your head, ears over your shoulders as you draw your shoulder blades together, thumbs towards the back wall, and then breathe in as you come forward again. Breathing out as you draw back and through. Lots of things to think about, but you'll get the hang of it. One day at a time, girls. You will get there. This is strengthening your upper back, helping to improve your posture and the way that your body functions. So keep up the good work. As you release the tension, breathing in and breathing out. Now reverse the direction. Move in the opposite direction. With every roll of the shoulders, you're imagining that stress and tension to be released. Up nice and high. Next, I want you to pull your chin in towards the back wall. Tilt your head to one side and point your finger out in the opposite direction. This is going to give you the most wonderful stretch down through the side of your neck. Then get extremely tight. Switch to the other side, tuck your chin in, head to the side, point your finger out and breathing in and out, allowing the tension through the neck to be released and let go. Well done, you have done an amazing job.
Have a great day, and I would love to hear how you get on today with today's workout. See you later.